Hey guys, we're going to be going to Asura 3-star, and we're going to be doing an all mission clear for hard mode, the Emblem. If you don't want to deal with hard mode and just want to unlock the Esper, go in here with an evasion unit, guard for 3 turns, don't counterattack, and you will unlock the Esper. But we're going for hard mode with this party. So here's the team we're going to use. I'll show you the gear and all at the end. But let's give it a go, and then I will explain the team, show the gear, and all that. So we need on this ambush for Sylvie to evade and counter. She's not full evade, but that was good enough. There it was. She's fine. She survived. Okay, and she counterattacked, so we're good. We're good. From this point forward, we should be totally fine. So Kaito, just about every turn, is going to just hit the boss 3 times to soak counterattacks. We do need some drops on Shira. Didn't get quite enough, but that's okay. Let's see. Sylvie is going to shift this turn and do her shifted LB. Esters are going to get ready for bursting. So we'll go ahead and do this. We should get enough crystal drops for Shira. Got it. Now Shira is going to entrust Ling, who is going to shift the LB every turn the whole fight for 5-stack Mirage. So Kaito's going to soak the counters and die. We're going to 5-stack Mirage everything the boss does, and then Sylvie will counterattack to bring our Kaito back alive. And here we go. And then Sylvie counters. Everybody back up. We're good to go. Okay. So let's go ahead and hit the boss again. Now, because the boss is diseased, we might even OTK here. It is possible. If so, great. If not, whatever. Let's see here. We are going to summon an Esper to get it out of the way this phase, though, because I don't want to deal with that the rest of the fight. Alright. Yeah, phase 1, because of the way stacking disease works, we OTK'd it. So there it is. Phase 1 handled. Now phase 2 is going to be a little bit more of a headache, but not super terrible. Alright, so once again, Kaito is going to do his thing in phase 2 every turn. But we're going to, let's see here, shift, and we're going to have Kaito do, what is it, Deep Submersion, I think? Yeah, Deep Submersion every turn, 3 times. So we'll do that, entrust and LB. We'll get set up again with these guys. Now it's going to be a little trickier in this phase because the boss cures his debuffs, and that's really irritating. But Sylvie can re-imbue us. And re-imperil and all that goodness. Let's have Sylvie go to the base form and do some immunity buffs. Alright, so I don't know what turns the boss will be doing her debuff cure. I'll have to keep track of that. But it's every 4 turns. Oh, there it is right there. So this turn. Irritating. Okay, well, whatever. So the boss cured the debuffs, which is irritating. So we're going to have to deal with that now. Let's have Kaito break again. And seal. Which means Sylvie's got to do the imperil for us. So we will have Sylvie bolt egg for the imperil. The boss is not a demon in this phase. I don't know why I did Demon Killer, but it doesn't hurt. Alright, we'll do some damage here. Oh, the boss has the shield this turn. This is actually going to be a very low damage turn. Anyway, so the boss cured the debuffs on turn 3, so the next debuff cure will be on turn 7. We got to keep that in track. I sort of wasted an attack that turn. Big whoops, because the shield was up. That's okay, but it's going to be a little bit irritating that I wasted damage, unfortunately. That was a mistake. Alright. So we set up again this turn. Wait for all the attacks on Kaido to finish. We don't want to mess that up. We can have Sylvie do her LB. And next turn will be the better damage. Unfortunately, Sylvie is going to have to imperil with an Esper, which is irritating. Because we don't have a Thunder Imperil right now. So we have to use just a Thunder 100% from an Esper. Alright, let's see. But first, we have Kaito reapply brakes. Sylvie will imperil from an Esper. And we deal some damage here. Not going to be a ton of damage. It's only a 100% imperil, but good enough. Alright. Yeah, phase 3 is going to be the hard one, FYI. This phase, not super bad. Alright, boss's shield is back up. This is the same thing as the trial AI, by the way, as you've probably realized. Alright, boss's shield is up. No big deal. The boss is going to cure her debuffs next turn. The brave shifting is a little bit irritating on Kaito, but it's got to be done. He has, I think, the best on-demand breaks in the game. Let's go to the base form with Sylvie. We got to... Compassionate Knight here. Esther's with True Storm. No, we're not going to True Storm yet. We're going to just Bolting twice and Energizing. Alright, yeah, because turn 7, the boss is curing her debuff. And we're keeping our burst in this phase to only when the shield is down. So we're going to burst every third turn, not every turn. Yeah, there's the debuff cure. And next turn, we're going to do some real bursting. So, Kaito. Get some bursting in, or breaking in. Let's see, Esther, True Storm. That way we can do more damage. Whoops. Sylvie, I'd like to get your LB next turn, so we're going to go ahead and fill LB with her this turn. Let's see, LB fill. Okay, so we'll do a nice chunk of damage this turn coming up. And we'll go into phase 3. Phase 3 is going to be the hard one because of Berserk. Alright, let's do some bursting. Boss should still be fully debuffed. Go ahead and LB Sylvie here. And we LB twice. Wait for Kaito to finish. We're not going to finish all the fight this turn. We'll do a good chunk, though. Not bad. And the boss has poison still, too. But the boss is going to heal, I think, this turn. Oh, +4 is 11. Yeah, turn 11, the boss can cure debuffs. So next turn, unfortunate. %. Nice. Let's see. I actually don't want to chain this because I don't want to kill the boss. without an LB. All right, there we go, perfect. All right. The boss might die from poison, though, amusingly enough. No, she didn't. That's fine. All right, that's good. That's good, actually. All right, let's see here. So, let's see. We're gonna burst next turn. The boss is gonna cure debuffs this turn, which is annoying, but nothing you can do about it. Okay. And debuff cure. Oh, he's poisoned again. Damn it. That's okay. I can still kill him with an LB. Yeah, debuff cure, and then poison's gonna finish off this phase. But she won't die though, because she's HP lock. Yeah. It's fine. Alright. Just to make sure we get credit for killing with an LB. And we Mirage, and she comes back. Phase 3. Alright, let's do it. Now she's going to start berserking. Now we've got camouflage on our critical units, so we should be fine. And even if she does berserk a critical unit, we've still got backup plans, so it's okay. Alright, now this phase, the boss cures her debuffs every single turn, and it is incredibly obnoxious. Obnoxious. Because setting up burst when you don't have any debuffs is annoying, to say the least. Alright, True Storm, this. True Storm. Sylvie. We don't technically need. Alright, I'm gonna do. No, next turn I'm gonna do that. Alright, let me go ahead and do some immunity buffs. With Compassionate Knight. Alright, so we're going to burst next turn. And hopefully the boss doesn't do Berserk on anyone critical. Berserk on Kaido, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so because Kaido's berserked, we can't re-break this turn, so we're going to definitely deal very low damage. Let Kaito finish his thing. He's quad attacking. Alright. Even though they all missed, it still counts. Alright, so we're going to LB, but because the boss has no debuffs, no breaks, whatever, we're going to use Sylvie to handle that. So Sylvie will break the boss, or imperil the boss, and we'll do a Demon Killer buff. Alright, so because we've only got Sylvie's 80% break, this is pretty bad damage here, because Kaito is berserked. That won't always be the case. Alright. Yeah, that debuff cure every single turn is so killer. It drives me insane. Alright. Let's try this again. Kaito, break. This. Esther's. Sylvie, I wish your LB was ready. Damn it. No, it's not gonna be. Alright, whatever. Okay, so we're just gonna keep it going here. And no debuffs. The worst. Okay, so we're going to have Kaito break. Let's see, break. We are still imbued, right? How are we not imbued? We aren't imbued, so Sylvie will imbue us with a different element. Whatever. Alright, so Sylvie will Gravel Egg, Demon Killer, and LB Film. Okay. The boss got rid of some of our buffs because he's a super jerk. So this is going to be basically the phase repeating. I will show you what happens if he, here it is, show me your rage. He showed me your rage on an Esther. That means Esther is going to waste her turn, so we lose our setup turn. So we just, we'll just not use the Magnus on mines. We just won't burst. But we still use Kaito to soak though. We'll just use this whatever on this turn. So we do this. I'm gonna cut the video for a moment. We'll do this, and then we just whatever. Yeah. So basically, because we couldn't set up with Esther because she got berserked, we'll just do this. We've got camouflage on Sylvie, Ling, and Shira. And sometimes those will get berserked anyway. Even if they do get berserked, it's still fine. I've got backup plans no matter who gets berserked, so we're totally fine. But this is basically the phase. Very slow because of all the goofiness with the DPS interruptions. So I'm going to cut the video here. So the berserk's only one turn. I'm going to cut the video and we'll come back when either someone critical gets berserked, like Sylvie, and I'll show you how to handle it, or we're closer to the end. See you in a moment. Alright guys, this should be the finale of the fight, I think. Let's find out. And there it is. We have all mission cleared Asura. So I will show you the friend's gear real quick, because he's about to leave, and then I will show you the rest of the party in a moment. So here's the friend. BJ set me up a nice Esther, so did lots of other people. Big thumbs up to all of you. Death immunity for Esther. It's all she really requires is death immunity, and then LB damage versus demons, humans, and undead. So there we go. There's the friends build. Let's go ahead and get in here and then get our reward, and then I will go over the team's gear in detail and all the stuff that we were doing. There it is. Damage details. Wow. Friend did a nice chunk more than me. Big sad face. He had a lot higher attack power. He's got the ruler's gear, which I don't have. Well played. No much. Let me read this briefly because I won't be coming back to this. And there was my first clear on the fight. And blah, blah, blah. I can always pause this and look at it later. I'm not really wanting to do this too much during the fight. Anyway, alright. Come on. Our next Esper. New Esper would be nice. We haven't had a new Esper in a really long time. Alright. And that should have been all missions. I killed all 3 forms with an LB just to be safe. And yes, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, boy, all of them. All right, and we evoked an Esper. Don't forget that. No items. Okay. all mission 3-star Asura. Feels good. All right, let's show you the team we used. We used an Esper friend. I'll go ahead and grab an Esper. Well, no. Anyway, so this is the team we used. 3-star Asura. So on the ambush, we just had to RNG Sylvie to evade it because I didn't want to gear full evasion. Other than that, we just had what's it called? Sylvie with counterattack. Sylvie is on an Esper that can do the Imperil spell that is useful for later in the fight. We used Kaito to soak the counters every single turn. He is also an on-demand 87% breaker to reapply breaks as needed. Ling in the shift form does her shifted LB every single turn, with his AoE 5-stack Mirage. Shira is to entrust Ling to get that 5-stack Mirage every turn. Sylvie is for buffing, damage. She's got to be here to buff up Esther. You know, a good demon killer buff. She does big amplifies. She does backup imperils when the boss dispels himself. And she does immunity buffs for phase 1 and 2. And then Esther is damage. So my Esther is built the same as the friend, just, you know, 600 less attack. I'm not using rulers. But here is the build. Death immunity, LB damage versus humans, demons, and undead. Maxed on everything. Kaito is using, in the base form, just some guts. Summer Whip is helpful because phase 1 you can apply disease, phase 2 you can apply poison. Status immunity, I guess with guts doesn't really matter. A lot of mana regen, auto Esper fill, auto mana refill, mana reduction. Notice he is not using his TMR in the base form. That makes his normal attack dispel, and we don't want that. Do not use his TMR passive or STMR in the base form. And he is quad attacking. Shift form, identical build. Identical. Ling, gear literally doesn't matter. Death immunity, very important. Everyone has death immunity. Actually, Kaito doesn't, and he did die quite often, but so what? Whatever. Everyone else has death immunity, so Vermilion Flag, death immunity. And then the important people have camouflage. So Raven's Cape on Ling, 100% camouflage. Shift form, identical build. Some LB fill, Esper fill, but she gets entrusted every single turn for that 5-stack Mirage every turn. Shira is using double camouflage for camouflage, as you can imagine. Death immunity and some LB fills and some mana regen with Pulse of Prosperity so that he can always entrust every single turn. Sylvie. Now Sylvie's important. Sylvie needs as much counterattack as possible. If there's ever a turn where she doesn't counterattack, it's kind of game over. So double Blizzard Orb, Cypher's Coat, and Luminous Wrath. I can already see the comments if I don't have Luminous Wrath or Cypher's Coat. Proof of Talent, and then just a luck and a prayer is the best I can hope for. All you need is one counterattack, just one. And the boss does 3 or 4 attacks per turn, so you're almost always going to counterattack, and that's going to be fine. Preferably, don't be immune to anything. You don't really have a choice on ice, but that's really fine. Phase 2 is kind of whatever, which is where the ice resist comes into play. You don't want her immune, though, because immune means less chance at countering. So do not give elemental resist if possible. Death immunity, which is Blizzard Orb, and then again camouflage, because we don't want her to get berserked. And then just a mana card. I said I was going to show in the video if a key person gets berserked in phase 3, what it's going to do. Sylvie did get berserked once. 100% camouflage is not actually guaranteed to be no camouflage. It's just a good chance. She did get berserked once or twice. If Sylvie gets berserked, it's actually kind of whatever. You just lose damage that turn because Sylvie can't imperil. If Ling gets berserked and you don't have a 5-stack Mirage that turn, you would have to use Sylvie's cooldown, which is Paladin's Egg Basket, is an AoE 5-stack Mirage. If Sylvie gets berserked twice in if Ling gets berserked twice in a row, bad things, probably game over. But that's a very, very, very low chance to happen, especially because Ling is wearing the best camouflage gear of the Raven's Cape. That's 100% in one slot, so less diminishing returns. If Shira gets berserked, then you can't entrust Ling. In that case, have Ling on that turn use her cooldown, Celestial Dance. It's a 4-stack Mirage, and 4 is all you need in phase 4 or phase 3. If Shira gets berserked twice in a row and you go 2 turns, this is on cooldown, then you can use the Magnus of Sylvie to guarantee and trust Ling and get a 5-stack Mirage right away. LB filled to the max. If Shira gets berserked 3 times in a row, bad luck. But again, because Sylvie, Shira, and Ling are all wearing 100% camouflage, that's going to basically never happen. The Berserk will almost always go to Kaito or one of the Esters. If it goes to Kaito, who cares? You're totally fine. Nothing matters. If it goes to one of the Esters, well, you lost one of your damage rotations. Big deal. Not that big a deal. And yeah, that is our 3-star Asura fight. All missions. Okay, hope it was helpful. I will see you guys in a bit.